Glover, oh my, phenomenal. That was just an absolutely dominant performance. What made the big shift for you to go from, a competitive fight to an absolute domination?
Like I say, got open mind, learning, see what you're doing wrong, and when you love this enough, you just go after. You go after help and listen to your body, and that's what I did. Went to PI. My coaches, of course, Finale. I trained with Olympic boxer. A great jiu-jitsu guy. I have a great camp, great people around me, and that's the most important thing. John Hackman, Finale Feliz, John Nando, my coach has been with me for so long. The vibe that we have this week was amazing, I don't know if you guys see on Instagram, I have my coaches doing a little salsa this morning, salsa dancing, we've been like that all week, man. We did all the work, and this week we're just having fun and time to do the work, time to do the job.
Before we get into where you're going to go, I felt like there were moments in the fight where you were almost looking for a submission. And I wonder if you were doing that because you wanted to prove a point or if it wasn't even something that you realized you were doing. But there were times where it looked like you were going for a submission, and we were all kind of talking backstage saying, like, well, was he doing that because Anthony said he would be the one to submit Glover? What was going through your mind at those points?
No, I look for finish. I'm an MMA fighter and I look for finish. I'm not here to prove a point for nobody. I'm over there. Every time I step in octagon, you guys see my fight. It's been time that I can't finish, and but I'm always gonna go for the finish. Either stand up, I try to knock your head out. Even my coaches keep telling me, Finale keep telling me, hey, you don't have to throw every punch hard. You got to set it up. But, every punch I throw is to knock you out. And knock the guys out. Not you, Megan. It's to knock the guys out. And I go for finish, for submission. I just don't want to be in a ground and holding the guy there. I wanted to finish. I knew I was winning the fight. At that point, I could just stay there. But I wanted to get the submission. It's not because Anthony said anything. It's because that's the way I fight. I wanted to put the guy out.
Well, you ended up getting the finish, and you also ended up having some completely dominant rounds. Glover, you're ranked number 8 currently in the division as of today. Anthony was ranked number 4. I've got to imagine you jump a few spots in the ranking. So in terms of your own future, what would you like to see play out?
I don't know. Right now I'm just going to take a week off and relax and, enjoy a couple beers and barbecue, man. I trained so hard for this fight. Has been, we've been talking about this fight since January, and I've been training since January for this fight, and just want to relax. And of course, I want to go for that title. I want another run for that title, and of course, I want to get the top 5 of the division.
Conor McGregor has been all over social media, which is just a great forum for him and for your sport. He's demanding a fight against Justin Gaethje. Is that going to happen?
Well, Justin Gaethje just won the interim title, and Khabib has the title. Those two will end up fighting. I think that as soon as Ramadan is over, Khabib is ready to fight. So those guys will probably be one of the fights on Fight Island.
Is that one of the fights that you're most excited to watch, or are you excited to see where Conor McGregor ends up?
Listen, anytime Conor McGregor is fighting, it's exciting. But, yeah, I'm very excited for Gaethje versus Khabib. I think stylistically it's a great matchup, and, I'm looking forward to it.
So it used to be in this country, long time ago, boxing grabbed center stage outside of the Big Four. Boxing was a huge deal. I grew up on boxing, loved it. Dana White has this brainchild. UFC is this fledgling thing. You were on my TV show over at NBC Sports Chicago, then Comcast Sportsnet, and saying, hey, man, I'm going to build this thing. I'm telling you, I'm going to come back on here, and we're going to have this thing built. And now you've done it. It's massive. How did you do it?
Well, thank you. It was something that I always believed in. I, too, grew up a huge boxing fan, and I saw a lot of problems with boxing. And, so I feel like I took the things that were really good from boxing and then took all the things that were really bad from boxing and built the UFC based on that.
Yeah, and it's worked, man, because like my brother, his kid, like they are locked in at the TV anytime you've got a card going. It's just amazing how it's caught on.
Tell them thank you very much.
I absolutely will. When you look at Nevada, when do you think you'll be able to start holding cards at the Apex building on the UFC campus in Vegas?
Yeah, it's one of the things that I'm very focused on right now. I mean, first of all, I'll tell you this. If you are a sport that's looking to get back and, put on your first event, come to Florida. This is the place to do it. These guys, you have the full support of the governor. The mayor of Jacksonville has been incredible, and the state athletic commission has been amazing to work with. I'm telling you, I wouldn't go to any other state but Florida if you're going to put on your first event back. But I live in Nevada. We built a $100 million facility to put on fights, in our own facility. And that would be the safest bet for me now that I've got 3 under my belt. So I'm hoping we can get this thing done with my governor in Nevada and get back into the Apex.
It looked like he had a good start with the takedowns, but then you just seemed to change it up. Was it instruction or was it just instincts in there that made you change it up?
I knew, fighting isn't perfect. He's going to land a couple shots. He's going to get a takedown, but it's my constant pursuit of victory that's going to make my opponents uncomfortable. So who cares if you got the first takedown? There's still like 14 more minutes to go, and I was just constantly trying to keep that pressure on him.
A lot of the commentary was like, Drew Dober, he's been here a minute, and just lately he's putting it all together. Do you attribute it to anything, or is it just natural maturation in your career?
I feel like I'm a late bloomer, but truthfully, it's making my move out to Team Elevation and focusing on the mindset of the sport, mindset of an athlete, the mindset of a person that really allows me to perform freely. And so with Team Elevation and the mindset that I've been practicing has really contributed to the victories.
One of the guys fought earlier on the card, Omar Morales, said that he wants the winner of Alex Hernandez, Drew Dober. Is that a fight you may entertain, or are you set on Paul Felder or bust?
Oh, no, there's a Paul Felder or bust, I have my eyes set on, the top guys, the top 15, top 10. I'm 31 years old. There's a shelf life to the sport, and I want to fight the best in the world. So, to be honest, I don't say no to any fighter, but I'm looking to compete against the best in the world.
Final one for me. How do you and Justin Gaethje celebrate back home?
I heard he's got a box of donuts waiting for me when we get back to Denver. So, I think we're just going to just enjoy some time not punching each other in the face.
Hey, congrats, Drew.
Hi, Drew. Congratulations. 3 back-to-back finishes in a row now. You must be feeling pretty good tonight.
Yeah, I feel pretty satisfied with the performance, but eager for the next one.
And, he took some big shots from you, especially at the end there. Were you surprised how tough he was and, how, it wasn't easy to put him away?
Incredibly, actually. What was impressive was he was able to stay moving and staying in motion while getting hit. A lot of guys just, they plant their feet and they try to exchange, but he was able to kind of keep that fight going a lot longer than I anticipated. So it was very impressive on his end.